everyone, so you may not know, but I spent all of January overseas in Europe. I spent most of my time in Italy and some time over in the UK, especially around London, and now I am back and I want to show you all of the beauty products that I purchased on this trip. I tried to stay really good because I'd been saving up for this for a really long time and I only wanted to purchase things that I couldn't get in Australia. I've pretty well stuck to that. Some things I can order pretty easily to get to Australia, but I really like the feeling of buying it in store, especially buying it from some really iconic stores that I'd never been to before. So I'm sure some of you will be able to understand the excitement of that, but otherwise I just want to jump straight in and let you know what I purchased. I'm going to start with some hair care products because I only purchased 3, so we'll just get that out of the way really early. So I got 3 products here from Living Proof. This is from the Curl range that they have, which is in the dark purple packaging. I got the Curl Conditioning Wash, which is a product that I've tried before that I purchased through the US Sephora a few years ago. Living Proof used to be stocked in Mecca in Australia but isn't any longer, and as far as I've known they've never stocked the Curl range, so I can only get it through Space NK in the UK or Sephora US, which I have to order through a shipping company. So anyway, I got the Curl Conditioning Wash, which is basically a co-wash. I really like it. It smells identical to Glam Glow Super Mud Treatment, which I find really funny, but I really like this product, so I repurchased it. And then I got 2 more products from the range that I haven't tried. This is the Defining Styling Cream, and this is the Leave-In Conditioner. I've not used either of them yet, so I'm really excited to try them, especially in combination with each other. Now I'll go on to all of my makeup purchases. This is entirely full of all the makeup that I purchased in the UK mostly, a little bit in Italy as well. I'll just let you know, most of the things that I'm going to show you now are either not in their box or not in their packaging. A lot of that was because it's much easier for me to pack it without the bulky packaging. I didn't have a huge packing allowance coming back to Australia, so a lot of it I took out of the packaging, and some of it I've been using, so I took it out of the packaging anyway. Just letting you know that I didn't buy it without any packaging. This is a bag I got from Liberty London. It's a really classic Liberty print, but it's instead of like birds and flowers and stuff, it's got little iconic makeup items. So it's got like the Byredo perfume bottle and the rodent oil over here, and just a lot of little designs that I thought was really cute. So I picked up this makeup bag and absolutely stuffed it full, so I'll just sort it out a little bit so I'm not going in blind, but it's a lot. The very first few things I'll show you are actually products I didn't purchase while I was overseas, or I didn't purchase them in the countries that I was overseas, but I did order them while I was overseas. So I was watching Beauty News and they were talking about new Lime Crime releases, and they talked about these, the Lime Crime Plushies. Kat and Haley were really disparaging of the launch, and so far a lot of people have given them really bad reviews, but they were a kind of liquid lipstick formula that I personally am really interested in, that really appealed to me. So I went onto the Lime Crime website and I purchased 3 because they had a like buy 3 for $40 or something like that. Anyway, there was some sort of deal that I could get 3 for a discount. So I got the colors Turkish Delight, Butterscotch, and Marmalade. I'm wearing Butterscotch today, and basically it is a very thin liquidy liquid lipstick that sets down to a matte stain, sort of. I'm not 100% sure how it wears at the moment because I haven't been wearing it very often. I've only tried one each of the last 3 days. But so far I really like them, and I know a lot of people don't, but this is kind of exactly the type of lip product I look for and I was interested in, so I got those while I was away, but not in the country that I was away in. These are some 2 little random ones. The first is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, which I picked up while I was in Italy, so it's called the Paradise Extatic in Italy. I picked this up because it hadn't released in Australia, or I hadn't found it yet in Australia, so I decided to get it. I'm currently using it and I really don't like it, so I wouldn't recommend, but that's just me. And the other thing I picked up is the Pur Eye Polish in the shade Velvet. It's purple. It's what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I picked this up because Cherish from Pretty Pistol 86 seems to always be talking about these, or she's the only person I ever see talking about these, and I just wanted to try it, so I picked this up, and so far I really like it, but I'll give it more than one wear probably. I picked up two things from Soap & Glory. We do have Soap & Glory in Australia, but we don't have their makeup products, or we don't have the wide range of makeup products, so I picked up the Archery 2-in-1 brow pencil and gel in the shade Brownie Points. I have used this once, and it is much warmer than I usually do my brows, but it's okay so far. I'll keep trying it. And I also got the Solar Powder, which was kind of a little impulse purchase, but I thought it looked nice. I haven't opened it or used it, but I did pick it up. I also picked up a few random drugstore releases. The first one here is the Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara. When I had left Australia, this hadn't been released yet, but I think it may have been released while I was away in Australia. Not entirely sure about that, but I thought I'd pick it up. I haven't tried it yet. I also got two mascaras from Max Factor. Max Factor has been discontinued in Australia, so it's either really difficult to find or not available at all. So I got the Velvet Volume False Lash Effect Mascara and the Masterpiece Max High Volume and Definition Mascara. I don't really know much about either of them, but I decided to pick them up. And I got the Max Factor Cream Puff Blush in Lovely Pink. These were such a huge hit when they came out in Australia. Everyone compared them to the Hourglass Ambient Lighting blushes, and I just never picked one up, and now they're not available in Australia anymore, so I just kind of wanted to pick one up. Again, I haven't tried it, but I'm excited to. It looks really pretty. Some more drugstore releases that I couldn't find in Australia. These were all over Italy. I saw so many displays for them, but these are the L'Oreal and Balmain collaboration collection. They had like 3 or 4 different ranges, and I got one of each of the black and the green ranges. This is the shade Confession, and this is the shade Fever. I haven't used or opened either of them. Fever is like a burnt orange, and Confession is a pink nude. I should probably open them and show them to you. Okay, here we go. So this is Fever and this is Confession. They're two just really easy wearable shades. I mostly just wanted to get these because I don't have a lot of experience with L'Oreal lipsticks, and a lot of people just said that these were really exciting and the packaging is really nice, so I just bought them. I also got two goodies from Kiko. Kiko is very easy to come across in Italy as well as in the UK, but I only picked up 2 things. This is the Long Lasting Stick in the shade 13. It's kind of like a duochrome purple blue shade. I haven't used it yet, but I am excited to wear it under some purple eyeshadow that I have. And this is the Color Kajal Kohl Pencil in the shade 08, which is a deep teal color, I guess. I think probably watching Kat from Kit Stitch over the past year wearing heaps of these kind of teal colors has really inspired me to pick up some teal eye products. And then I have 2 products that I picked up from Lush. These are both cosmetic products. I've never used any of Lush's cosmetics before, but I was in the Lush on Oxford Street in the UK, which I think is their original store, or it's like their main store now, but it has a lot of things that are exclusive to the store. These are not, but I picked them up anyway. This is the skin tint in the shade Feeling Younger. I haven't opened it yet, so I don't want to open it, but it's basically just a pearlescent white cream highlighter. I really love liquid cream highlighters, so I thought this would be really nice to try. And then this is the Energy lipstick, or this is the lipstick in the shade Energy. It's just a really nice sheer kind of coral color. It's one that I would wear all the time, so I decided to pick that up as well. And then I got 2 kind of like tinted moisturizer type products. This is the Herborian Korean Skin Therapy High Definition Radiance Face Cream in the shade Claire. This is just a tiny sample size because I didn't really want to splash out on the large one. This is a brand I've never heard of before, but it was available in Space NK. I've since found out it's kind of like a hybrid between a Paris and a Korean skincare and makeup company, and those are like 2 of the best nationalities to trust for skincare, so I am really excited to try this out. And then I also picked up the Pixi H2O Skin Tint in the shade number 1. I'm pretty sure ages ago, maybe like a year or two ago, I saw Sharon Farrell talk about this in a Pixie First Impressions video, and she really liked it, so like something just triggered in my brain and I decided that I was going to purchase it as well. It's what I'm wearing today as my base, and so far I really like it. It's just a really nice sheer kind of tinted cream. All the rest of the products that I'm going to show you in this makeup category I purchased at Harrods. I went into Harrods for the first time ever, and I went a little bit crazy in the cosmetics and skincare sections because there are a few brands there that aren't available in Australia or are really difficult to get in Australia. So all the makeup I'm going to show you from now on is Charlotte Tilbury or Suku. Starting with Suku, I did purchase one tool. This is the Suku cheek brush. If you're interested in brushes or know all that much about makeup brushes, pretty much anyone who's anyone has this brush or compares other cheek brushes to this brush, and I thought this was just a no-brainer kind of purchase for me. I think it is made of blue squirrel fur and it is so incredibly soft. I reckon it will be really nice for kind of a soft powder finish, but I'm just really excited to have this kind of cult classic makeup brush. Another cult classic I purchased from Suku, this is the Balancing Eyebrow Trio in the shade 02 Brown. It's the warmer of the two. They have this one and then they have the one in Moss, which is a grey-green kind of tint, but because I have like reddish hair or reddish veins in my hair, it makes more sense for me to get the warm one. So it comes with a little brush and a little angled brush to do your eyebrows on the go. I don't know when I would ever be doing that, but I'll keep the little brushes. I haven't used this yet, but I'm really excited to, again, another cult Suku product. Two more products from Suku. I was originally planning on going to Suku, getting the brush, the eyebrow palette, an eyeshadow quad and a blush, and this was the eyeshadow quad that I decided to get. This is the shade 05 Ao Shizuku. I'll put it in the description so you can read how it's spelled, but I think that's how you say it. This again also comes with a little foam applicator and a little brush, and it's obviously a quad. So I haven't used this one yet, but it's a really nice icy white, a goldish kind of color, mid-tone brown, and a purple. All of them are pretty shimmery, though this brown is more of a satin, I would say. The rest are pretty glittery, but it's beautiful and I love it. I did ask the woman to put a blush aside for me to purchase, but somehow that didn't happen, so I ended up getting back to the hotel and realizing she hadn't given me the blush that I wanted. So it meant that a few days later, when I went to Selfridges, I went to the Selfridge Suku counter, and I was going to pick up a blush, but I decided I didn't love any of the colors and they were all pretty glittery or shimmery, and I was like, I have enough blush and really I'm an eyeshadow person, so I decided to get another quad, which might sound ridiculous but made sense to me at the time. So I got this quad as well. This is the shade 108 Akatsuki Zora. No idea how to say that, I'm sorry. But I really like this one because I think this is more quintessentially of like the Korean Japanese kind of eye look people do. So again, it's an icy white, a peachy orange, a really shimmery lavender, and then again another satin mid-tone brown. I have used this one, I've used it twice, and I love it. I love just wearing these two colors together. It's just a really nice ethereal pastel kind of look, and it's what I'm interested in doing at the moment. I'm really interested in that kind of diffused single bright color look, if you know what I'm talking about. It's very Korean, very Japanese. Anyway, so this was the other quad that I picked up from Suku. And then I went over to Charlotte Tilbury and I told myself I wasn't gonna go crazy, but I just knew what I wanted and I just asked for it and I just bought it. So we'll just start with the things that I purchased. First, obviously, I purchased the Film Start Bronze and Glow. This is, again, obviously in the light version, the original version. I haven't used it yet, but I wanted to purchase this since it hit the market like 4 years ago, and I finally did it. I also picked up another no-brainer product for me. This is the Luxury Palette Eyeshadow Quad in the shade The Glamour Muse. This is the purple one. And I wear a lot of purple eyeshadow. I'm wearing it today. It's my favorite, like, color, I guess, to go for, other than neutrals, obviously. And I used it today. I used this color and this color over the top of that pure cream shadow, and I really like it. It's really nice. It's right up my alley. Two other things that I purchased. These are newer products from Charlotte Tilbury. They're the Hollywood Contour Wand and Beauty Light Wand. I think Karima McKimmy was talking about how much she liked these. A few other people talked about how much they liked these, so I just kind of decided to give them a try. For some reason they really appealed to me. This is a contour wand, and they're the ones with the weird little like doe foot on the ends. And this is the highlighter. I got both of them in the, I got the contour in the fair medium, and then this one only comes in one shade as far as I know. So excited to give them a try. Have no idea if they'll work for me or if I'll know how to use them correctly, but... And the rest are lip products. I purchased 2 lip cheats. Obviously I got Pillow Talk, which is an absolute classic nude. It's what I'm wearing underneath Butterscotch today. I like it enough. I think it's a really dry lip liner formula, and I've been using a lot of MAC lip liners recently, which is a really soft, creamy formula, so the contrast is a bit weird, but I'll get used to it. And then the other shade is Pink Venus, which is like a pink coral, which really suits me. I also got a lip gloss. This is in the shade Sweet Stiletto. I know no one like ever talks about her lip glosses, but I love lip glosses, and this is a really nice color, so I decided to pick it up. It is minuscule. I think it only has like 3 mils of product in it, which is pretty tiny. And then 2 lipsticks. These are both from the KISSING Fallen from the Lipstick Tree line. I didn't get any of the Matte Revolutions or any of the liquid like Hollywood lips or anything like that. That's really just not my thing, so I got 2 of these. The first is the obvious color Bitch Perfect, just the nude. I got it to go with Pillow Talk, which is like the classic Charlotte Tilbury nude lip. And then I got Coachella Coral, which goes with Pink Venus and Sweet Stiletto. It's just a really nice pinky coral, very up my alley. So that's all the makeup that I purchased. Pretty much everything that I wanted, and a few random bits as well. Now we'll go on to all of the skincare that I purchased while I was overseas. I decided I wasn't going to go into any of the Italian pharmacies to pick up any French skincare, because I can get La Roche-Posay and Avène, pretty much the entire ranges in Australia, and I don't know enough about Vichy or any of the other Parisian brand that I didn't really want to explore them. I decided I was going to set that barrier for myself, but that really didn't put that much of a hamper on my purchasing, so I'll just start with a few outliers. The first, I got the Eborian Sleeping BB Mask. So this is from the same brand of that BB cream that I got, but this is a overnight mask. The woman in Space NK also recommended it as a really moisturizing nighttime moisturizer. So I haven't tried it yet, but I'm excited to use it mostly as an overnight mask. I also got the absolute classic, the Oskia Renaissance Cleansing Gel. It's not in this box because one of the hair care products exploded all over it in transit, so it's just the naked bottle. I'm really excited to try this. It has been hyped up in my like subscription feed for so many years that I can't wait to crack it open. Another absolute classic. Does anyone remember when this was like the coolest cleanser of all cleansers? This is the Emma Hardy Amazing Face Moringa Cleansing Balm. Mine is a little bit squashed because of the transit, but I just couldn't not purchase this because I've been hearing about it being a really good staple cleanser since its like heyday in 2013, and I know not many people talk about it anymore, but it's still supposed to be really good in the same way that the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm used to be really popular and is now still just considered a pretty good staple, but not as popular. I still haven't tried this either, but again, really excited to give it a go. I also decided to go a little bit insane and purchase the Tata Harper Resurfacing Mask. Tata Harper is such an expensive skincare brand, and I can't order it through Space NK, but again, I just wanted to get it in store. It is the tiniest little jar. Like, look how small that is. But I've heard really good things about this. I've heard pretty good things about most of her range. I highly doubt they're worth it, but again, I was in the UK and I decided it was worth my time to pick up. I also decided while in the UK that I would try as many Pixi products as I could find. So the first thing I picked up, all of it has kind of rubbed off because a perfume leaked on it in transit. So this is the Pixi Rose Caviar Essence. I'm using it as a hydrating serum. It's just a really nice, thin, watery consistency. I really like it so far. I also purchased from the Rose range the Rose Oil Blend, which is a rose oil. It also contains a few other natural seed oils, so it's just a really nice one. I purchased this instead of the jasmine because it had less filler oils and more hydration oils. Also from the Rose range, I picked up the Rose Flash Balm with rose and olive extract. I haven't tried this yet and I'm a little bit regretting purchasing this, but I'll give it a go. As far as I can tell, it's kind of advertised as a flash mask and a primer. I don't really, yeah, it says 3-in-1 moisturizer, primer, and mask. I'll probably just use it as a moisturizer. I don't know why I would use it as a primer, but anyway, it's also really small, but I'll give it a go. And then this is the Pixi Glow O2 Oxygen Mask with probiotic and caffeine. I just purchased this because I've not used like a bubble mask before, and I thought this would be really funny, so I got that. And lastly, another cult classic cleanser. This is the Pixi and Caroline Hirons Double Cleanse. Everyone has raved about this since the day that this was released, and I can't really get it in Australia, so as soon as I saw it in the Pixi store, I just bought it immediately. Pretty expensive for what it is, but as you can see, I was on a bit of a cleanser kick. I got a lot of classic cult classic cleansers, and I'm really excited to try this one as well. And then last but not least, I went to the Fresh booth in Harrods. Fresh skincare is very, very, very difficult to get to Australia. You have to order through shipping companies and all that, so I finally got my hands on some Fresh skincare. The first is the cult classic, the Fresh Sugar Tinted Lip Treatment. I got mine in the shade Coral. I know it is incredibly overpriced. I know it's just a tinted lip balm, but when you've been on YouTube for as long as I have listening to people talk about this, I just have to try it. I just have to try it. The same goes for the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. This is a few of my favorite YouTubers' favorite cleansers. As far as I know, it's just a pretty simple cleanser, but I was in the UK, so I decided to get it. I also got the Rose Deep Hydration Facial Toner. I picked this up because some of my favorite skincare Instagram accounts always have this in their like nighttime skincare routine, and it's got actual rose petals in it, and it just, I don't know, something about the aesthetic of this really appeals to me, so I bought it to match my Instagram friends. And lastly, this is the Fresh Sea Berry Moisturizing Face Oil. I think this is the face oil that everyone always talks about being way too expensive but being a really amazing product. So I saw it on the shelf and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the one that everyone talks about. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is a really good face oil. I haven't tried it yet. I've been using the Pixi one, but I don't know, is this a really good product? I think this is the one everyone talks about. So there you go. Those are all of the products that I purchased while I was overseas. I will actually be doing a second haul as well for all of the perfume that I purchased while I was overseas. 2018, I've decided, is going to be the year that I learn more about perfume. It's been something I've always been interested in, but I've decided I'm finally going to learn about it, which meant that it kind of was like an okay to me to purchase as much perfume as I wanted, which probably isn't the smartest choice. But anyway, I've got a lot of perfume that I want to show as well, and I decided I would do that in a separate dedicated video for people who want a little bit more information, because I will be going a little bit more in depth about the perfume that I've purchased. So if you're interested in that, it will be coming next after this video. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have anything to say about any of the products that I purchased. Did I miss out on something that was really good? Are any of these products total duds? Let me know what you think. And otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.